lot, it leads to the Sandy-Nez Mission lot, it leads to the Sandy-Nez Mission. So if you're looking for historical buildings, the mission's over 200 years old. So you can see that little doorway at the back of the parking lot. You just go through that door and you're at the mission. And also on your left side, we have Brookehome's Bakery. This is the oldest bakery in Solvang. So they started back in 1951, and it's been ran by the same family since the beginning. So it's 3 generations of bakery. Now, if you want to try the Danish food for lunch or dinner, down over on Copenhagen here, there's the Red Viking restaurant. They do traditional Danish food there, but they also give a discount for Trolley. I would say Denmark's really popular. They're probably the more famous one. Red Viking. There's a lot of people like to go there because they do the smorgasbord, which is the Danish buffet. But both places are good for like traditional Danish food. But most people I think would recommend a bit of Denmark over there. I like the Red Viking. I like the Abelskivers at the Red Viking. The Abelskivers, those are the little Danish like pancake balls. So it's pretty much like a ball of pancake batter that's been grilled, and then they serve it with like raspberry jam or like a chocolate drizzle. And then those are really popular. Just so you know though, they don't sell them at the bakeries. It's just the restaurants that do the Abelskivers. People think that they'll find them at the bakeries because they're kind of like a pastry, but it's only at the Danish restaurants that they do them. Now, this was founded by a group of Danish settlers in 1911. And they came from a city in Denmark called Aalborg, which is now the sister city to Solvang. But they left Aalborg, Denmark around the 1880s. So during those times, during the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was a lot of economic problems in Denmark. There was a big population boom, and there wasn't enough farmland to go around. So a lot of Danish farmers and ranchers started immigrating over to the U.S. just because there was more opportunities out here and there was more land in general. But the Danish settlers who founded Solvang, they didn't come to California first. They originally went to the Midwest of the United States. They ended up in Iowa. Now, after living in Iowa, a lot of the Danish settlers got sick of the cold weather. Which always surprises people. People always say to me, weren't they from Denmark? Isn't Denmark a cold country? Wouldn't they have just been used to the cold weather? And Denmark does get cold. They get a lot of rain all year round out there. They get snow during the winter. But the winters in Denmark, they're not as cold as the winters in Iowa. So back in the late 1800s, if you were running a farm or ranch in Iowa, you didn't have electricity or gas to keep you warm. So the winters were very harsh. So eventually in the early 1900s, a group of about 80 Danish settlers decided to leave Iowa and come out here to California. So they sold off their ranches, their businesses, they pooled all their money and resources together, and they came out here with the hopes of buying land to start their own town. And the Danish eventually discovered Sandy-Nez Valley, which nowadays you have Sandy-Nez that way, Solvang here, Yulton that way, and then Ballard and Los Olivos. Those are all the little towns that make up the valley. The Danish fell in love with this area, so in 1910 they bought around 9,000 acres of land here, and in 1911 they founded the town of Solvang. Now, as we go through the downtown, there's a few different stores and restaurants that give discounts with your trolley tickets. I'll point them out as we go, but there's actually a bakery nearby that will give you a discount. So if you go over to Mission Drive and make a left, you'll find Olsen's Bakery. They're one of the most famous bakeries in town. They're known for doing very traditional Danish goods. They'll give you 10% off with your trolley tickets. All right, we're going to do a U-turn. We're going to do a U-turn now. If you watch the horses when they do the U-turn, they do a side step. That's where they crisscross their front legs. You don't have to teach horses how to do this. That's what allows us to do such a tight U-turn. Yeah, normally when horses turn, their instinct is to pivot on their front leg, pull up to about 20,000 pounds. So yeah, they're built like tanks. You don't see people riding these horses too often. They're mainly bred and raised to be work horses. Now, Solvang here is a Danish town. A lot of people ask me if it's Dutch, Swedish, or if it's German. But it was founded by a group of Danish settlers in 1911. And they came from a city in Denmark called Aalborg, which is now the sister city to Solvang.